He's just a good old boy who loves burning rubber and driving fast.
Well, I made it home from the race shop, doing some editing, and I hope y'all have been enjoying the Meet the Team. Yes, the folks you've met so far have been a part of this team, and the ones you're about to meet are brand new. Thanks for tuning in, commenting. Let's meet the new guys. All right, another guy that y'all don't know, and to be honest, I really don't either. That's what we're doing here. Tell everybody who you are, full name.
My name's Matthew Coran.
Oh, what's that last name again?
Coran.
How you spell that?
Coran.
C-O-R-A-N, just like it sounds.
Yeah.
So where's home? Home.
North Tonawanda, New York. That is the little city I'm from. It's inside of Buffalo. It's about 20 minutes from Buffalo and about 20 minutes from the Falls.
No kidding.
Yep.
Wow. I'm trying to remember. So I just posted video about Dalton's motocross stuff, and he raced at Unadilla every year. I'm not sure where that's at.
I don't know exactly either.
Yeah. So how does a kid from New York end up in the racing world?
It was a good fight, but I ended up going to UNOH. After UNOH, I met Jesse through one of my friends through school, who actually didn't even go to school with me. He was just a Lima local, and he knows Kara, who is Jesse's significant other.
Yep.
And she asked him if he knew anybody that wanted to go racing, and he texted me, and I instantly replied and sent in my resume, and he brought me on over at the other team. And then after that, it was just kind of, he called me and asked me if I wanted to go racing again, and I said, yep, I need to go racing again. And I've been racing since I was about 16 with my buddies. We used to go to the home track all the time.
What was home track?
Lancaster.
Yeah. Right on. So did you race?
No, my buddy's dad raced. And
bracket race?
Yeah,
yep.
8th mile bracket racing.
Yep.
And when I was a kid, I went out there with him a couple of times and went and did that.
Yeah.
And then once we turned 16 and we all had our own cars, we all went out there all the time. Every Friday we were out there and spent a lot of time out there.
What was your first time seeing nitro cars?
It was at Lancaster.
At a match race?
Yeah.
Was it the Laganas by chance?
I'm not too sure on that.
Don't remember. No worries.
Yeah.
So
I have a video of it on my Instagram. I'm not too sure exactly who it was, though.
Right. So from there, you're 28. Am I correct? You're 28. So what have you done? I mean, what kind of jobs have you done is what I'm asking.
I've done everything. I've worked at a pizzeria. I've done fencing. I worked for an industrial-sized car wash place that did big rigs, and it was an automated system. I did racing. I worked in a convenience store. I've done all of it across the board.
That's cool. Yeah. So, did you go from New York? Do you say it Lima or Lima?
Lima,
Ohio. Was that like straight from New York to UNOH?
Yep. School was the first time I moved out of state, and then I've been out of state 5 times now. I've lived in 5 different states. So.
What other places?
Michigan, Texas, here now, Ohio, and New York. So.
Yeah, right on. So if the car thing, obviously you went to UNOH, but did you do like the high performance and all the things in school there?
Automotive high performance degree, associate's degree from UNOH, and then I also did their race team. They have a drag team that I was on when I was there.
So you would have been there in between Kaylin and Blaine probably then? Because Kaylin's 31, I think.
I actually went to school with Kaylin.
You did go to school with Kaylin, okay.
So we were there at the same time, except I just kind of hit a rough patch when my mom passed. So after school, I had to go home for a few years. So.
Yep, understand.
But other than that, it was pretty fun. School was fun. That place was awesome. I did enjoy UNOH. It was a lot of fun.
Was your goal when you went there to become part of a race team, or were you looking to be like a dealer mechanic, dealer tech, whatever?
No, every semester they ask you, like, what do you want to do? Like, why are you in the automotive high performance degree? And that was it. I wanted to be on a top fuel team.
No kidding. So you had specific. It wasn't necessarily just racing. It was specific.
It was top fuel. I wanted to be on a top fuel team.
No kidding. So how did you end up getting to a race team? I mean, how did that? I know you said Jesse and all
Yeah.
that, but so what car did you work on?
I was on Doug Coletta's car.
Doug Coletta's car.
Yep.
And what was the first thing you did there?
Clutch assistant.
Clutch
Same thing
assistant.
I'm doing here.
Right on. So, how many wins did y'all get?
0.
No kidding.
Yeah.
With Doug.
I had
Oh,
no
he did.
wins.
He did have a little streak
Yep.
till last year, obviously. So, I'll be dang. Wow, cool. So, is Jesse the connection here? Have you ever worked with Jimmo? You wouldn't have worked
No,
with Jimmo.
didn't work
Yep.
with Jimmo.
So
It's just
been
Jesse.
Jesse. So, was Jesse the clutch guy when you were clutch
Yep.
assistant? I'm trying to put all this together and make it sense here. So you're used to Jesse then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Used to Jesse, and you're going to be learning Jimmo then.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So what is like your personal goals in the racing world? Like, and I'm not with you because I'm learning you. Is your goal? I'm gonna give you 2 of them. What's your goal this year? How about that? Your personal goal this year
I would like
in
to,
racing.
I would like to win a race, to
Okay.
at least just win, and to be one of the nicer side of the clutch assistance guys for Blaine. So
And team goal for the year. What would be your team
man,
goal?
if we
Knowing you know what we did last year.
if we could win the championship this year, that would be awesome.
Yeah. How many race wins are you thinking?
I would like to do more than 3.
I like
If we
that
can.
answer. Yeah. And I've said this on everybody so far. I'll take them all in the countdown.
Oh yeah, yeah. And hey, if we can do that, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I'll take a bunch of finals and runner-ups and semis, but let's win the 3. And
The 3 that
I'd be
matter.
happy. I say that a lot, but so what is your is racing like your life, like
Yeah.
the career thing?
Yeah.
Is it to drive? Is it to be crew chief? What is? I mean, what's the goal?
It'd be cool to be a crew chief one day, but that's not going to be a while. So right now, I just want to be not the assistant of the clutch. I would like to be the clutch guy.
Yep. So that's your next
The next step.
for you, and then to be a crew chief, you're going to have to hit them all. So
Oh, yeah.
I mean, is that kind of the plan?
Yeah.
Like clutch guy. And sometimes you can get stuck if you're good at it. You can get stuck there, which kind of what Kaylin just kind of stayed there. But so would your goal to be like say cylinder heads and this?
It
and
would
that?
be cool to bounce around a lot
Yeah.
and know a lot of the different spots. But I mean, I like the clutch. A lot of guys don't like it because it's dirty.
Dirty, yeah.
But I enjoy it. I think it's fun. And to know that it's back there and everything has to function a certain way and it has to be a certain spec for the car to move the way it does. I kind of like that. Because then it's like, all right, well, we didn't get what we wanted out of the car, so whose fault is it? Well, if everything else was right, I can only blame one department, and that's unfortunately us.
Well, I mean, that is so much true, but at the same time, so much people, they're like, oh, our clutch was messed up. Not necessarily always. If the engine doesn't do what it's supposed to do, the clutch, the clutch is
Won't apply the way it's supposed
the
to.
way it's supposed to. It needs the correct engine RPM. It all goes hand in hand, but it is vitally important. And, just I'm not really telling you, I'm telling them just the precision of how the discs are cut, how flat the floaters are, how flat the donut is, all those things.
It's all important.
Yeah, and we're not talking hundreds, we're talking thousands.
Half a thou.
Yeah. Is that your tolerance?
Yeah,
half a thou.
that's the main one you shoot for.
Half a
Everything's
thou.
got to be within a half thou.
That is so crazy. So besides Top Fuel racing, what's your favorite pastime, hobby? What do you like to do that does not involve a nitro burning car? What do you like to do?
This one's gonna be weird. I actually like rollerblading.
Rollerblading.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, rollerblading and any kind of action sport. I snowboard. I like wake surfing. Jesse taught me how to do that, so I like that stuff.
I would think that
A lot of extreme sports stuff.
Yeah. Does that not correlate a little bit with rollerblading, wakeboarding, or does it no
It's
similarities?
No similarities. But it has some with with snowboarding. So
Yeah.
it kind of goes. It's just water instead of snow.
Right.
So,
Oh, damn, that's cool. So on that note, who's your favorite extreme guy or girl.
Levi LaValle.
Levi
And
LaValle's
he's,
a bad dude on a snowmobile.
Yeah, snowmobile.
Yeah.
Snow cross, whatever
Yeah.
he can get into.
That's cool. I hope I surprised you. I knew what that do.
Yeah, you did a little bit. I was like, oh, wait a second. He knows who he is. Okay.
Yeah, that's for sure. So I didn't even think about that. So have you been a snowmobile guy? Like,
And I've never actually rode a snowmobile.
me neither. I just the the New York thing made me think, okay, snowmobile.
Yeah. No, I've had a motorcycle, so I know how to go fast on my own.
Right,
My own speed.
right.
But
I've never ridden a snowmobile.
Never ridden a
Me neither.
snowmobile.
Me neither.
My buddy keeps telling me I got to get on one, so
Me,
I'm
that's-
gonna have to try one soon.
Yeah, that's what everybody tells me. They're like, they're so fast,
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that might be bad for me because I love going fast,
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. All my thing's always been this, like, I hate being cold.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, you get the right gear, and
Yeah.
whatever. I hate being cold.
I lived up north for a while, so
Yeah.
we got 8 feet of snow in one winter. You know what I mean? So I'm used to it.
I mean, we
I'm
got
used to it.
Yeah, we got
but-
3 inches at home, and I'm like, oh my God, we're snowed in.
Yeah.
But,
Well, Buffalo the last 2 weeks got hit with a lot of snow, so I'm used to it. It's just, I'm not a big cold person either. Once I
Yeah.
moved down to Florida and Texas, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I
Yeah.
like this. This
Yeah,
is nice. I don't
exactly.
gotta freeze anymore when I wake up.
Exactly. So we know you're going to be the clutch assistant. Do you know yet what your duties will be when the car is on the starting line? Do we know
I'm
that yet?
actually a top end guy. I will be driving the car back to the pit.
So you're going to take Blaine's spot
Mm-hmm.
in the car then.
Yep.
One thing good for you, Blaine. We know he's. I'm not calling Blaine fat or not because he's just like
Yeah, he's built.
But he had, my little seat was a little bit of a struggle for him. You're a little closer to me
Yeah,
size
I'm a
wise.
little bit size wise. We're pretty close. So.
Well, that's freaking cool, dude. I can't wait. Can't
I'm
wait.
excited.
Appreciate it. Thank you for being part of the family, bro.
Thank you for bringing me on.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.